Good morning, happy Friday, and welcome to Sick Call. This week, we're excited to have Second Lieutenant Justin Lee here with us. Lieutenant Lee has recently been selected for the Social Work Internship Program, otherwise referred to as the SWIP program. Good morning, sir, and we're happy to have you here with us.
Good morning, and thank you very much for having me here.
And from our team here at the Valencia Medical Recruiting Station, this morning we have Sergeant First Class Michelle Phillips.
Hi, good morning.
Staff Sergeant Scott McMenemy.
Good morning.
And myself, Sergeant First Class Michael Q. We also have Sergeant First Class Marlon Johnson from our Culver City Medical Recruiting team with us this morning. Their team are the ones credited with bringing Lieutenant Lee onto the team. Welcome back, Sergeant Johnson.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Well, good morning, Lieutenant Lee. Thank you for being here with us this morning. Can you start things off and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, no problem. So I went to the University of Southern California and went through its Army ROTC program and commissioned back in December of 2017. Entered the National Guard, the California National Guard, and I've been serving in the National Guard since. Rather than attempting to go active duty, I knew that I wanted to go get my master's in social work degree. So that's what I decided to pursue immediately after commissioning. So that's what I've been working on for the past few years. And I recently graduated this past May.
Congratulations.
Sir, what was your application process like?
So for the SWIP application process, what I did is I just Google searched. I looked up Army medical recruiters near me, and the Army's website was pretty straightforward and set me up with the Army recruiter. And the station that I got set up with was the Culver City Medical Recruiting Station. And once I got set up with some recruiters, things have been pretty seamless since, and they really helped walk me through the process.
How did you learn about the SWIP program?
I learned about the program. Fortunately, I had a former colleague of mine that did ROTC with me together, and he's a year ahead of me. So he had let me know about this program, and prior to him letting me know, I had done a little research myself, but I was still up in the air regarding what I wanted to do with my future career. But once he told me how the recruiting process went and how the application process went, I decided to fully commit to it. And, fortunately, I'm standing here being one of the recipients, but definitely it was a rewarding process.
So, sir, what drew you to the Army medicine as a full-time career for yourself?
So during my MSW program at USC, I worked a lot with veterans. And this year specifically had a chance to work with a lot of veterans in LA County while I was working with the LA Mayor's Office of Military and Veterans Affairs. And just based off the numerous conversations I've had with veterans residing in Los Angeles currently, it just sounded like a lot of their challenges that they were facing, whether that was through employment, through their physical or emotional health, mental health, a lot of it stemmed from while they were still in the military, and seemed like challenges that they were never able to really address or overcome before they transitioned out. So that's why I was drawn to going or pursuing a route of going active duty so that I can, work in a preventative measure and, assist and serve as many soldiers as I can throughout my career.
I think it's a great point.
So, Lieutenant Lee, what are you most looking forward to as you enter into the internship program?
To be honest, I don't have too much of a clinical background, and I know that the social work internship program is geared to really set me up at a Army medical facility and help me gain all those clinical hours that I need. So if anything, I'm just really looking forward to being a sponge and learning and growing, professionally and personally.
Oh, it looks like Sir McMenemy is having some mic issues.
Oh, can you guys hear
We
me?
can hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Where are you planning to be stationed at, sir? Where do you want to go?
So for the Army SWIP program, as of 2020, with my application, there were 8 locations that are hosting the SWIP program, and they're kind of scattered throughout the entire U.S. For me, I put down my 3 options, mostly in the West Coast. As of right now, my number one preference is Honolulu, Hawaii, which is where Tripler Army Medical Center is. And I understand that I put these preferences down, but again, I pursued this program knowing that it is an extended time of service for myself, and I understand wholeheartedly that at the end of the day, where the Army's needs are is where I'll go. So I fully am going in with that mindset.
You bring up a really good point, sir. At the end of the day, we as soldiers, officers, medical professionals, we have to go where the Army needs us to be. So we try our best, and by we, I mean the Army, try our best to station you someplace that you are interested in going, but sometimes we have to go where that need is. And here recently, you were a part of a local mission. Isn't that correct?
Yes. So when COVID-19 had a lot of outbreaks in the U.S., and particularly where I was living, where I'm currently living, California, the Governor Newsom, he activated my California National Guard unit as one of the first units to be activated. So it was actually during my last semester in school as well. So it was quite hectic, but from the period of about mid-March until mid-July, I was working, full-time with my unit, assisting with food distribution centers, homeless shelters, COVID-19 testing sites. And it was a very unique opportunity because going from the traditional, drilling 1 weekend a month to being fully activated for a pandemic was definitely surreal. But again, it just was another opportunity for me to really dive deep into what it means to serve and, serve the local communities that I'm surrounded by.
All right, sir. So we have time for one more question this morning. If there is one piece of advice that you could offer someone interested in pursuing our SWIP program, what would that be?
So my one most important piece of advice would be to get the process started early. And the reason that I say that is because on a year-to-year basis, it seems like it's quite consistent in terms of when the deadlines are for these specific Army medical applications. But this year was a lot different because of COVID-19. And what ended up happening was, there were some shifts left and right with the application deadline, but because I'd got started so early with the application process, I didn't quite feel the pressure and the challenges that I imagine a lot of other applicants may have felt. So again, just most important piece of advice I would have for SWIP is to get started as early as possible.
Nice, sir. We'd like to thank you, sir, for taking the time out of your busy schedule and for your for taking time out of your day to visit with us today, and also for your continued service.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
And with that, this wraps up another episode. Thank you to our viewers for tuning in with us live. As always, we welcome your questions. You can comment below or on any of our other social media platforms. We hope everyone has a happy, healthy, and safe weekend. And we look forward to seeing you again next Friday at 10 a.m. here on Sick Call.